Hi. All right, so we are going to look at translating expressions. So this is the first video of lesson 3.1. So translating expressions, if you don't have this already, I want you to start and create this little graphic for your notes, if you'd like, in your notebook. So vertical line, horizontal line, plus, minus, times, divide. And then we have three other little things right down here that you would eventually want to add. All right, so all we're going to do in this lesson is brainstorm different ways that people say all of these different phrases. So like, how do you say addition in different ways? So some ways that I always hear are plus, not with two S's, add, more, sum, which means answer to an addition problem. We'll say a number more than, could be more specific for more, and so on. So we're just adding a little bit more to all of these. We could also say things like increased by. You might have some others that you're shouting at the computer screen, but biggest idea is like there's multiple ways that we can describe the word addition. Words for subtraction that we hear often: minus, less than, subtract. Let me think. Difference is the answer to a subtraction problem. Decreased by. Again, we're just sort of brainstorming words that are words for subtraction. Other ones that I know of, difference. What have I missed? No, I'm good. Multiplication. What are some words for multiplication? We use times, product, which is the answer to a multiplication problem. Notice I'm putting this every single time for one of these words, so sum, difference, product, and we'll have one for division. It's important to know that if we have this word, if we use this word, that means that is happening first. So if, for example, we have 3 times the sum of 2 and 8, that means we need to add the 2 and 8 together before the multiplication happens. If we say sum, or if we say difference, or if we say product or division, that means that sort of like must happen first. That's where we would put parentheses in something. So answer to a multiplication problem, times, product, multiply, obviously. There's other things like triple, double, quadruple. That all tell us that we need to like do a specific times of multiplication. One word that happens often with multiplication, but also needs to be read very carefully because it's also a division word, is of. You may also see per in the same capacity, so those could work for multiplication or division. And that's about it. Division. We have quotient, which is our answer to a division problem. There is, oh goodness, I'm having a hard time. There's simply divide. Fractions are gigantic division problems. You may also see some ratios when they're dealt with in terms of division or in terms of fractions could be looked at as a division problem. So you might say ratios, more specifically unit rates, are kind of looked at as if they were fractions. And then we, of course, have of and per. Again, these need to be looked at very carefully and through a very specific lens. very last things that we would potentially need to translate are things like this: a number or what. When you see a number, or if you see what is, I want you to automatically think this means variable. That means you have something that you don't know. Okay, so you want to think of that as x or y of an equation, something like that. A number or what, I want you to think immediately, oh, that's where I put my variable if I see that. Is another word for equals. Okay, so you want to substitute an equals sign in there. And percentage means a number divided by 100. So if you see percentage there, you want to think instantly, oh, I need to divide by 100. Cool? Cool. All right, so play around with these ideas. You're going to do one more video where we actually practice some of these translations. And then after that, you're going to do some homework problems, must-do problems, and the exit pass. I will see you next on the next video. Bye.